Good evening, PWCS families, and welcome to the Family Engagement Series. My name is Yanette Boyd, and I am the Supervisor for Family and Community Engagement. Today's session is Rising Senior College Application. It's a Common App overview. Today's presentation will be presented in English and will be recorded. We are going to ask you to please keep your device on mute. If you have any questions, we will provide you with an email where you are more than welcome to submit your questions, or if you need additional support for Common App, I'll make sure to include that in a follow-up email. This time, I would like to welcome our presenter for the evening. Joining us today, we have Ms. Jamia Tenney. She's the Director of Student Engagement Programs with Common App. Welcome, Ms. Tenney.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope you're well this evening. Thank you so much for having me this evening. We are going to get started. Can you give me a thumbs up that you can see my screen?
We can, however, it's not the presentation.
Okay, thank you. Let's reshare. Let's try again.
There we go. Perfect.
You probably saw a whole bunch of other stuff first. All righty. So we're going to jump right in to get started this evening. I know it is 6:30 on the East Coast. And so we are going to jump into the presentation. Today, I'll offer an overview of Common App and its platform, talk about some resources that we offer, and also talk a little bit about how to approach the application. We have some really cool updates with our platform this year, uniquely, that I'm excited to share with you. As well as we'll have some time, again, in a follow-up email, and we'll provide a support resource. So if you have specific questions related to your application, you'll be able to get 24/7 support from our team at Common App, who's available always to assist you. So let's jump right in. For those who are new to the Common App name or who we are an online application platform that makes applying to college easy. Through a single platform, you can explore over 1,000 colleges. Also, a couple of things I want to note that's pretty new that you may not have heard about. Usually, traditionally, you'll know Common App that you can just go in, create your Common App account, and choose a college. Well, many years ago, we started to add other additional resources that you can provide. So today I'll cover some financial aid resources that we offer, some direct admissions resources that we offer, and other support ways that we help you to not only just apply to college, that means that transaction of completing your application, but we also want to support you as you navigate the full journey to post-secondary education. So each year, over 1 million students apply using our platform to college. A third of those students are the first in their families to go to college. I always like to note this slide because one of the things that's very important to me, based on my college journey, my mom went to college when she was much older in college, meaning she completed her undergraduate degree and I was already well into K-12 school. And so a lot of the process of me going to college, I needed assistance to be able to do that. One of the easy things about the Common App platform is that we simplified the process for you so that we can help guide you through the different steps that it takes to complete the application. Whether you have large levels of support, or whether you may need additional assistance to support you through that. Again, reiterating, we have over 1,100 members on the platform. 300 of those members are public institutions, state-funded institutions all across the U.S. 600 plus of those don't charge an application fee. So college is also affordable. We'll talk a little bit about, for those that do charge an application fee, you may be eligible for a fee waiver. We'll go over that a little later. They come from 50 states, including the US states, DC and Puerto Rico. We also have some international members, and we're 50 plus, as a matter of fact, and we're located in 15 countries outside of the US. So when we talk about the journey of making your decision about college, one of the tools that our team has created is what we call the Pathfinder. There are lots of questions that you'll ask yourself as you're developing your college list. So if you today are going to common.org and at the top you're clicking on find a college, you want to determine what kinds of questions do I need to ask myself about what colleges that I even need to explore. Some examples might be, what academic majors am I interested in? So I need to know what those majors are that those colleges provide. As I look for college 1, 2, 3, and 4 or 5 on my list, I need to be able to ask myself, is this college providing what I need? If I'm interested in a biology degree, does college one provide that? Does college two provide that? If they don't provide that specific degree, is there some comparable degree or pathway that I may take that will navigate me to the next place? What is my career match? What is my ultimate career goal once I complete my undergraduate degree? Am I looking to go right to graduate or professional school to get a master's degree or a PhD? Or am I looking to go to law school or medical school? And so we want to think about, what are the colleges that we're looking at? What pathways are they providing for me to get there? If I'm looking to go right into the workforce, what pathways are those colleges providing me? What types of career fairs and internships, co-ops, all the ways that I can beef up my resume. We talk about our resume to apply to college, but it's much bigger when you're leaving college and you're looking to enter the workforce in other spaces. There's so many other questions that you can ask. On the right-hand side, you see a QR code. Here, this particular resource, we offered it in English and Spanish versions. You can download that resource. It offers the definitions of each of these pieces of the path that you will take as you navigate and making your decisions for college. So as you get into the platform, one of the things that you'll see, there are three main decision types that you'll look to apply to within the platform. So a particular college may have three different types of applications. First, you have the early action application or decision. That means you receive an early response to your application, but you don't have to commit until the traditional deadline of what we know today of May 1st, or college may know a separate deadline that may be different, May 15th, or they may have a June 1st deadline, depending upon what theirs is. Early action is a non-binding decision. When we talk about non-binding, means that you can at any time go back and decline that acceptance that you made to that particular institution. Then you may also see in the platform an early decision application. Early decision applications, there are binding application deadlines, meaning if I am accepted to this particular school, if they offer me an invitation of admissions, then I am guaranteeing that I'm going to accept that invitation of admissions, and that you are declaring you're going to attend that school if they admit you, offer you that invitation. So you want to be mindful of which application you're applying for. Then you have the regular decision. That's a non-binding decision, usually later in the application platform, or I'm sorry, application timeline rather. But one thing to know on regular decision, sometimes with institutions, those are space available deadlines. So you want to make sure that you know if it's a regular decision deadline, is it a decision if we have a space available? Is it a part of their traditional application deadlines where students are still getting accepted during that deadline? Those are things that you want to research before you're deciding what type of application to complete when you're in the platform. So let's talk about approaching a platform. Here is common.org. This is our main website. Again, we also have a mobile app, and I'll share that as well. You can download that mobile app in your Apple or Google Play stores as well. It replicates the application website that we actually have. You'll see at the top in the right-hand corner, you can create an account if you have not created one, or you can sign into your account there. There's also a myriad of resources. So I talked about thinking beyond just that, completing that transaction application. The Find Colleges, I talked about, you can research our over 1,100 members that we have. We talk about planning for college. We provide timelines and resources as you look to plan your journey to college. Applying to college, we provide application guides, I'm going to talk about some steps on our platform, but if you want to go back and break down each part of our application, you can go to the Apply for College section of our application. We have resources that breaks down our essay area, recommendation area, what types of recommendations you should request, and those types of things. That breaks down the information you need to complete and add to your application. So there are a myriad of other resources around our direct admissions program as well. Also, paying for college. We know that applying to colleges is one step. We have to get there and we have to fund that particular education. And so we also have support resources there as well for paying for college. Again, that mobile app is secure and streamlined. You can download it and you get the same experience as the desktop experience. If you have your phone and you have not created your Common App account, here's your chance now. Hover over that QR code. You'll select first year student account when they ask what type of account you want. You're going to enter your quick personal information and you can go right in and start exploring the site, colleges, and resources available. Now, one thing to highlight, because I know many of you are going to move into your senior year in the next year, so this is very important. You want to complete the account rollover process as you're navigating the Common App application. Our application for those who are starting their senior year beginning in August or September based on the school calendar, our Common App application launches on August 1 each year. And so for those who have a account prior to that or looking to roll over that account so that you can start applying, you want to complete the process and it's going to start very soon. You will keep the same username and password. You don't have to change that. But just know a couple of things I want to highlight. What rolls over, and I'm going to go specifically over this slide because I want you to note this as you start to get into your Common App account and build your information. Your college list. So if you get into your Common App account, you're under the college search section and you're looking for colleges and you add colleges to your My College list, those colleges will remain. If you start to complete the My Common App application section, so if you start to complete the Common App section of your application, that's your profile, your education history, activities, courses and grades, family, testing, essay, the writings piece, those answers will also remain. If you're inviting an advisor, not a recommender, I'm going to get into that later, but if you're inviting some external advisor outside of your school to support you in the application process, that invitation will remain. What does not roll over? Anything that you do specific to one of those colleges. Let's give an example. So, hey, you're looking to apply and you're applying into College One. When August comes and the application opens, I'm going to apply to College A. College A's information that you start to submit now or complete now will not roll over to August 1. You will need to apply to that specific college after August 1 once the new application opens. Why do you ask that? Because colleges may change things over the summer. They are preparing their application process. And so, what it looks like now, it may not look like in August. And so, they are able to release a new application on August 1. And so, you will need to complete that application for the term that you're looking to enter. Again, I talked about earlier that 600 plus colleges don't require a fee. But for those that do, we do have a fee waiver available within our application. There are some examples of eligibility there listed on the screen. So if you're a part of any of those or meet any of those criteria, you would be eligible for a fee waiver. And you would do that within the application. So, what's new is this year, beginning August 1, Common App has a new refresh look and feel for the first year application. If you have a Common App account now, what you see on the screen is not what you see in your Common App account currently because we are providing a new and fresh refresh look that will come to the platform very, very soon. We want to create a type of feeling where you can really track your way through the application platform to know what steps that you need to take. This is not going to impact, again, your My Common App section. So you'll see here the example, you'll see the My Common Application section open, and whatever information that you fill in right now inside that section will not be impacted by this new and refreshed look. This refresh look is going to work for all across many accessibility needs as well as different screen sizes. So we're excited about you to see our new look. Let's talk about the dashboard. When you go into your account, you'll see it's going to open to your dashboard here. So what you see is on the left-hand side, you'll have your My Common Application section. That is where you fill out your common application information that will go to all colleges. The second tab is your My Colleges. Those are the colleges that you have added to your list. So this particular student has added these 5 colleges to their list: North Carolina A&T, South Carolina State, University of Iowa, University of Rhode Island, and Whittier College. So those colleges will appear under their My College tabs, but they also will open into your dashboard. In the dashboard, you're able to see where you are in the application progress. You see for each of those in progress. I want to take your eyes down to the bottom of the last college. It also notes direct admissions offer. That means that particular college is offering you admission to their university prior to you completing your application. So make sure to take a look, and I'll talk about direct admissions a little later as well, but you'll see those particular offers there as well. As you also continue to go down the left-hand side, you'll see college search, where you can search for more colleges to add in the application. You can add up to 20 colleges in the application. So this student has about 15 more they could add if they wanted to in this process. And then also you'll see the last tab is financial aid, and we'll talk about that too as well. That's where you'll find more information to support you as you complete FAFSA and potential scholarship offers that we provide as well, in connection with our partners. Our 2025-2026 essay prompts will remain the same as previous year. And so you'll see those noted there. We have 7 different essay prompts, which includes a topic of your choice. And you'll see that the 650 word limit still remains the same. Also, we have activities. You can still report up to 10 activities within the application. Those activities can span from art to music, clubs, community engagement, family responsibilities, hobbies, sports, work, or volunteering, or other experiences that are meaningful. You'll see where you provide description of those activities. Here's a new question that we're adding to the application. We're interested in making sure that colleges receive all of the context that they need around what a student responsibilities and circumstances that they come to the institution with. Oftentimes, students forget to talk about their family responsibilities and the weights that they hold while they're navigating their college career, while they're playing sports, while they're on a yearbook club, all of those things. So our team sought out to create a question that is within the activities section, but it also gives you more examples that you can explain to colleges. Hey, I am not just a student. I am able to do other things to support the community as well as my family as well. So you'll see on the right-hand side, we say select responsibilities that you spend 4 or more hours per week doing. That could be taking care of other children. That could be working on a farm. That could be assisting a grandparent, or helping a neighbor. It could be a lot of things, interpreting or translating for family or household members. Those are all important values, responsibilities, and circumstances that we want to make sure that you're sharing with the colleges that you're looking to apply to, so they have a holistic perspective of who you are and what great value you bring to their institution. Of course, standardized tests. Schools may or may not require ACT, SAT, and other test score requirements. Also, you can know AP, IB, Cambridge as well during that time. So you'll see that that section still remains within the application. We've hit it on my colleges, but this is just an example. So once you go into the colleges, let's talk about that for a moment. You see, here the example. We've now clicked on one of the colleges, and you'll see the things that you need to do. You can see their application deadlines, links to some of their major offices, and information that you can research them more, including a virtual tour as well. You'll also see, I talked about and hinted on this example earlier, where this particular school was offering a direct admissions offer. You'll see that information noted there on the particular screen as well. And then you'll see the specific steps that you need to complete. Number one, answering college specific questions, completing a FERPA release authorization. What is that? That is the form that you fill out for each college that you're looking to apply to that gives Common App permission to release your information to that college. That is required for each college that you complete. Here, now you are a Naviance district, and so you're going to complete any requests for transcripts and recommendations, school-based letters within the Naviance platform. You're going to actually connect your Common App account through Naviance. So that is a key thing to note here that may delineate. So you see where on our platform, you might see the opportunity to add recommenders there. You don't need to do it there for your area. You need to do it through Naviance. All of that process happens through Naviance to make sure that that information will come to the appropriate places that it needs to go. So I wanted to make sure I highlight that delineation, that you may see that in the platform, but follow the instructions of your district there. Alrighty, then you're going to submit your review and submit your information. You need to submit that for each of the colleges as well, so that once you complete that, that information can go on. That college may have some additional writing supplements that they're going to require. So you want to make sure that you complete those additional writing supplements. There may be some additional essays or other pieces or other questions that they're asking you, maybe short answer questions that they're asking you to complete. Those will be listed under the writing section in that college specific area. There are recommender types, and so I want to make sure we highlight that: counselors, teachers, other recommenders. I mentioned advisors earlier. These people are not writing, those individuals are not writing any recommendation letters or anything. So if you have an advisor, maybe a mentor, maybe a community member that's just tracking your application, that's supporting you in the process, but not handling any of the business of your application process, if you will. The financial aid section, you'll see that we break down the types of financial aid, but also you'll see there is a scholarship section where you can go to and you can match with scholarship opportunities. So it is important that when you create your Common App account, you want to fill in your My Common Application tab as much as possible, paying special attention to your profile, your education, and your activity section. Based on information that you are submitting in those sections, you may be eligible for some scholarships, and you may receive an invitation from one of our partners to apply for a particular match. So this particular example, based on that student's response, they had two matches. They were eligible to apply for the Burger King Scholars Program, Equitable Excellence Scholarship Program, many other opportunities available that students can apply to. We gave away lots of money to students last year. Of course, with our partners giving that funding away. So we want to make sure we reiterate, take advantage of filling out your information, but not just filling it out. You want to go to the financial aid section and complete the information and reach out to those scholarships. Click on those links and apply if you see that you have some matches. You've heard me say direct admissions a couple of times, and I'm sure you probably heard that before today, but I want to reiterate. Direct admissions is just the opportunity where college admissions is simplified. We extend offers to qualify first generation low and medium income students to apply to these particular colleges, but they're getting that invitation of admissions before they apply. And it's based on the information that you're entering in your education section of your My Common application. There's no application fee. Some of the institutions may offer guaranteed financial aid. They may waive your essay or recommendation letters in the process. And so when you go to your application, you'll have a pop-up that says, hey, you have some offers. So if you receive that, make sure you read that to see who's offering that. You never know. It might be a college that, hey, I didn't even know this college was available to me, or I never heard of this college. And so you never know what college may be a good fit for you based on your research, and you're able to see what they provide, and looking at those particular matches to see if they're academic, career, personal, financial match for you. And it may work out that you may find the school of your choice. So, how does it work? You're going to answer those questions as I noted. And then once you receive offers, you're going to research those institutions, learn more about them, see if it's a college that maybe you might want to venture into, research more, visit virtually or in person. And then you'll submit your application by their deadline based on the information that they provide to you. These offers come throughout the year, so you want to look out for those beginning once the application opens in August throughout the year. Let's talk about some support tools that you can use. We have a YouTube page, Common App Media, where you can receive lots of support as you navigate the process. So you may have questions about, like, how can I put together my essay? I know you have support people that are helping you to type a frame and think about these things, but maybe you need some guiding questions support you in those areas. My colleagues, they have developed a breaking down the Common App essay prompts video that has been very supportive to students, as well as we talk about the activity section and just simply walking through the application. Of course, when our new platform, refresh platform opens, you'll see a new video with our refresh look inside that video. And also we have a video that offers some common asked questions as students navigate the application. We also have resources on our website. So I talked about playing for college, applying for college, the application guides I noted when I went over the website earlier. These are the type of guides. So if you're not into videos and you want to see it in paper form, you can also hear that telling your story, how to approach the essay. That same video is translated into paper form. We have it in English and Spanish versions, all of our handouts. And so please research those and find them to be supports for you. Paying for college, we offer several resources. We have some videos on YouTube around the FAFSA preparation, as well as you can go to our Paying for College page for a net price calculator, scholarship opportunities, etc. Inside the application, there's a one-on-one virtual mentorship opportunity free through UStrive, and you can get a mentor a free mentor that will help you with the college application process. And then we offer 24/7 support. So if you're an applicant, appsupport.commanapp.org is the place to go. If you have questions about your application, need help with it, those types of things, just feel free to go to our support area. We're here to help you and support you as you navigate the application process. You can connect with us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, as well as YouTube. All righty. So I will stop here and take any questions that you may have. If we're having questions, or if not, we can just go back.
Thank you, Ms. Tenney, so much for this great information. And for our participants, today's session will be provided to you in a video recording. You will also get a copy of Ms. Tenney's presentation. So you'll have access to all the QR codes and all the account support. In the follow-up email, I will also include, the link to Common App, some of the information that she mentioned. And so I do appreciate you all coming on and joining us this evening. So we will post the survey for today's session in the chat. If you would just take a couple minutes just to fill that out, let us know how we're doing, and maybe what are some future programming that you may want to see. So again, thank you so much, Miss Tenny, for joining us today. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you.